Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Polly, and yeah, I'm just gonna throw some thoughts about a couple of fragrances, just samples that I got, and give you a little feedback. So let's start with the BDK. I have Tabac Rose. I'm not gonna go over notes. You can find those. I'm just gonna say this is not my favorite fragrances from BDK necessarily. There's Tabac, there's Rose. It's a heavier fragrance. In terms of associating it to a season, it's definitely fall winter. It's more of a heavier nighttime, unisex, definitely. This is a good fragrance. Performance, fantastic. Hold on. My reason I'm not a big fan, like I like it objectively. Objectively, this is a really good fragrance. It's just not a fragrance for me, okay? It's the I'm like losing words. There is bitterness or sourness or both from like the tobacco and the rose leaves, meaning the sweetness and the powder and the tobacco is good. It's like very like not organic, but it's like a pure tobacco. But it's what I imagine when you chew it, it has that bitterness and the green, like the green bitter aspect of a very red, rich rose. And that's what clashes for me. That's what I really don't like about it. It's unisex. It's just really not for me. Yeah, I tried it a couple of times. You don't need to spray a lot. It's a really good, strong performer. It really didn't speak to me. I would much rather something like that without any bitter or sourness, like none of that, and it doesn't go away. It almost gives me like a migraine. So I'll let other people enjoy it. The other one from Memo, this is African Leather. I heard so many good reviews from it. I did hear that people say it says leather, but it's not a leather fragrance. So that was kind of good, you know, going into it. The notes from the card, very, I don't know, really, I'm really appreciating Memo. I really want to try to find more fragrances from this brand to try because the ingredients are really fantastic. So oil of bergamot, oil of cardamom, oil of saffron, oil of cumin, geranium absolute, oil of patchouli, oud accord, leather accord, essence of vetiver, and musk. Right? So it's a spicy one. Definitely. This is not about leather or oud even. It's more about spices. It's warm, but it's very spicy, very specific kind of spice. You know, you really get, I'm getting, yeah, the cardamom and geranium. It's gorgeous. I want to try it again in the colder season. But I wouldn't say this is like a safe blind buy unless maybe it's more safe a blind buy for a male, honestly. Just because it definitely, in my opinion, leans more masculine than anything. It's not bursting with oud, it's not bursting with leather, it's more kind of mixed in for that richness and the depth with the spices. This is a really beautiful fragrance. You better know that you love your woody based spicy fragrances. And if you do, that this is a very, very, very high quality one. But this is definitely more spicy. It's not even like a Middle Eastern spice. This is, yeah, this is fantastic. Maybe if I find it on a very like low price, some kind of discount or Mercari or something like that, or even like a 10 mil, I think will be plenty for me personally. But this one is really good, but I just kind of know you really like your spices. But it's great, great performance. Another one that I will purchase because it's super cheap, okay, I got like the little tester, and it's a really cool tester. And my husband thought it was like, I don't know, like gum or something, the packaging of this tester, and then he sprayed himself with it accidentally. I'm talking about this. This is also from Lattafa Pride, also, because I have this guy. That's why I got curious about Lattafa Pride. So this is from Lattafa Pride, Eternal Oud. That's the beautiful bottle with a tree on top. So this fragrance, I'm not sure about the nose, but I will say this. I kind of noticed with a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances, they will use the word oud in so many of them, and the fragrance isn't even about oud. Which they need to really stop doing that, because that's very confusing. This is amazing, amazing, so bloody good. Even my mom said it smells really good, and my husband said it smells good. I will say the performance is not like, oh, beyond them all, you know, kind of an average, maybe like a 4 hours, but also depends how much you spray. This is definitely unisex, 100%, fabulous for men and women, more of a fall winter. This is like so good. It opens up like a cologne, like a really good spicy winter men cologne, but then it warms up, and maybe, I bet there's like, I don't know, maybe there is oud, but it's not, you don't smell oud directly. There's definitely nothing skanky, or like, I'm not a fan of cheap brands with oud. Like, you cannot do proper oud on that budget. Stop. It's not gonna happen. Or at least it's not gonna be something I like. This one, it's warm and spicy and woody base, and but almost kind of like with coffee, and a little sweet. It's definitely leaning, if you have to, like, I will say definitely leans more masculine, but it's just so beautiful. It's not, this one is awesome on a budget. Like, this one is great on a budget. I would, for men, for fall and winter, I highly, 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 highly recommend you to try this. I mean, it's definitely, it's not a splurge kind of blind buy. It's not a risky one due to the price. And there's really no off-putting notes here. There's none. And I am very skeptical about Lattafa and all of those kind of like cheapies. And how people say, oh, it's great. And then you're like, you mean for the price? But it's not great. I had a few, and I'm just like, no, stop, no. This is a yes. It goes to a really gorgeous direction that you will find in many niche or expensive perfumery, that is that warm, sweet, spicy, woody fragrance. That's the direction this is going, in a great manner, smooth and beautiful. I was so surprised. Nothing dirty, nothing skanky, nothing burning, nothing, none. This is wonderful. So, I mean, again, Lattafa Pride, Eternal Oud. Nothing to do with oud. Even if there was a note of oud, I don't care. It's so good. I've like literally been spraying this when I'm just in the mood to smell something like, you know, woody and spicy and just good. I'll just spray a little bit of this, and the performance here is a bonus for me, because as much as I definitely started, you know, Montal Mancera, eternal lifespan projection, which is great, but not always. Just not always. Sometimes a scent can be wonderful, but if it just lasts forever, you start wanting to get over it. You're bored with it. You're not going to reach for it, or it can cause like an adverse reaction. Like you're just like, ugh, it gives you a migraine. You're nauseous. It's because it's too much, and it's consistently there. You're just smelling it all day long. And it's one thing if there's a long life to a fragrance, but it kind of hides, then it kind of comes back, then a little whiff here, a little, hi, I'm still here hanging out around. I will like that it kind of like, you know, plays a game. But when it's just banging at your nose, stop. And sometimes you just want to move on to something else, or you want to layer, and the next one doesn't interfere, you know, they don't interfere, or I don't know, it's just, you know, for a mood. So 4 hours sometimes, or 3 hours, it's just right. It's just right. I don't need it more. You know, what if, you know, I started my day, I have to do school stuff, I spray this, it gets me in a cozy mood, it helps me to study, but after that I want to go to the gym. Guess what? I want something citrusy, I want something light, something zesty, something fresh. This already went away. It doesn't interfere. I mean, listen, this is fantastic. And I'm saying a maybe, but this is a very, I mean, this is quality. This is Memo. The ingredients. I mean, you know, this is special. This to me is special because it's gorgeous, easy, and surprisingly just really good, and for the price, you know? So they're nothing alike. Yes, they're spicy, but this is on another scale, another level. I'm not comparing them at all, but I would just, you know, would have liked it. So just wanted to share that, share my opinions. Those are my opinions. So that's it for today. Yes, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.